Claudia says Brice is too fussy.
He is more anal than Martha Stewart.
But we found him his perfect match.
I opened up my planner and scheduled time to get ready for the date.
And when Brice popped the big question,
He asked me how I did my dishes.
he got the answer he wanted.
As soon as I use the dishes, I put them right into the dishwasher so there isn't a sink full of dirty dishes.
You know, after Claudia's date is fussy about his physique,
Gotta go to the gym.
will they clean up their act or have a change of heart?
I'm Chris Jagger. Welcome to Change of Heart. Let's meet our couple today who started as the best of friends, then roommates, then lovers, but that's not where the story ends. You see, living together, it drove them apart. So they moved out separately, but there was no change of heart. Once again, though, things are looking uncertain, so let's join them now and hear why they might pull the curtain. Let's give it up for Claudia, Matt and Brice Williams. And I hope you enjoyed my poetry. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Now, Claudia, let's start with you because after 3 months, you're thinking the show might be on its final leg here. Something in Brice's personality, though, that's just rubbing you the wrong way?
Well, yes, he is more anal than Martha Stewart. I am serious.
That's bad.
No. Carrie's
No. This is a good thing. Yeah, right.
Carrie's a Palm Pilot, like those organized electronic organizers.
Little hand computer kit.
Hand computer,
Right.
fits handy in your pocket,
Right.
takes it everywhere, records everything. Phone number, that we might go to the movies. That he has laundry to do tonight. I called him and say, well, let's do something, but he was doing laundry. And it was
Bryce.
in there. But the thing is,
Bryce, you need to loosen up a little bit. What's going on
Because
there?
not only is laundry an important thing, there's a certain way we fold.
Well, I know. I like to do things my
our
way.
shirts.
Yes.
And I
Yeah, but
folded,
you don't work at the
he's
Gap. It's not like
refolded.
everything has to be perfect.
Oh, they don't even do it the right way. No.
Bryce
has the right way to fold.
All right, now,
I
Claudia.
don't say it's your right way.
Hold on, Claudia. Obviously, he's a stickler for all these details. What about his sensitivity, though, to you? Is he a sensitive kind of guy?
We're talking one cold, uncaring Republican.
Come on!
Down the line.
You're kidding me.
We were at a party, listen to this. And we were talking about political issues, whatever. And we were talking about ERA. I just thought everyone our age thought women should be paid the same amount as men. That's just like, who would think?
Yeah, somebody agrees.
Listen to this. Brice says that since women eventually have children and take maternity leave, they don't work as much as men. Therefore, they shouldn't get paid as much as men. It's just
Exactly.
It's just economics.
Bryce.
He was at a party with his girlfriend.
Now, let me get the word out of Bryce here. Since you guys have obviously big differences in opinions, does it make it difficult to have conversation with her?
Well, obviously, if what's been going on right now, Claudia talks all the time. In fact, there's no way I don't even get words in. And just like this, just like everything so far.
Who's talking?
Oh, exactly, because he lets me talk.
Well, I had to give her an opportunity to get in here somewhere. Bryce, if she's talking that much, what do you think she's trying to tell you?
Well, I know exactly what she's trying to tell me.
Lots of important things.
Oh, right. But she's trying to tell me that she has to be the center of my life. Oh. That's exactly it, and that I have to just...
That is so not true.
Kate, that is so true. That I have to spend all this time with you and doing all these sort of things.
Oh, it's so horrible.
No, because...
The two of them get along so well,
this is
don't you
all-
think? It's just, it's
It's
amazing.
because girls, they're fed these little fairy tales and things, all from since they're little
Because
girls.
sometimes they meet princes.
Exactly.
All right, wait, let me ask
Exactly.
Claudia a question. Hold on, Bryce. Easy. Calm down, dude. Claudia, if you're living in a fairy tale, tell us this. Who's the fairest of them all?
Well, that would be Brice, wouldn't it? He thinks he is. All that in a bag of chips.
Right.
Oh, you are very attractive, and I'm not saying that, but I swear, he primps and preens and will look in front of the... You don't look in front of the mirror and go, I look good.
He takes more time than you?
That is so...
No,
Now, Bryce,
our roommate George told me
Bryce,
that one
obviously there's some things that you like about yourself. What do you like about Claudia?
Well...
Come on, don't hesitate too long.
No, I guess... No, I mean, Claudia's like my best friend. She really is, and she's always there for me. And look at this, I'm such a jerk on this show. No, but I do. I enjoy being around her, and whenever things are going rough for me, she's there for me. And
Well, that's good. And Claudia? Claudia, the question for you is then, what keeps you with this so-called anal Republican of yours?
He has hints of sensitivity sometimes. Like one time, no, I know, I'm just being... He cooked me this candlelight dinner, and he strewed my favorite flower petals around the table. And my favorite dish is this Thai dish, and he totally found the recipe for it. I don't even know how he made it because I couldn't do it.
Right.
And he made it, and it was classical music. He doesn't even like
Very
classical
nice.
music.
Bryce, you do have some good moments there. That's good.
He is my good
And
friend.
Bryce, what do you hope happens by coming on this show?
Well, Claudia and I, like I said, we're really good friends, and I would just want to make sure that we're suited to be more than friends if we keep on doing the things that we're doing. And I just, like in my family, there's been a lot of divorces and things like that, so I'm just naturally averted to these long-term sort of relationships.
Okay, trying to see what's out there. Very good. Coming up next now, Claudia's date that's chock full of Q-tips, picnics, and marriage. We're going to find out next. Brice and Claudia. Now, Claudia says that Brice makes Newt Gingrich look liberal, Martha Stewart look disorganized, and makes Miss Piggy look modest. So we set her up with a hunk who doesn't play politics, he doesn't use a daily planner, and if you tell him he's good looking, he just says, oh, shucks. Please welcome Matt Fetter. Brice, if Matt had a Palm Pilot, what do you think he'd be writing in there?
Probably, gotta go to the gym, gotta go to the gym, gotta go to the gym.
Sorry, I like to take care of myself, you know.
Claudia, let's talk about the difference in the guys. Did he plan everything down to the minute just like Brice would?
Well, he planned the evening, and he called me in advance, but he sort of planned a romantic surprise evening and just sort of told me what I was going to have to wear. So, kind of left it open.
Now, Brice, if you had a guess and she was getting ready for this mystery date, what do you think the first thing she did was?
Absolutely. Reach for the Q-tips. Claudia's got this Q-tip fetish. Some people are hooked on drugs. Claudia is hooked on Q-tips.
Well, what does she do?
I use them regularly.
I use them regularly. You use them all the time.
You brought that up.
Well, no, you're just always digging at your ears.
Well, let me ask Matt. Matt, what do you think of her ears?
I didn't really notice her ears. I was looking at her eyes. She has like the most beautiful, piercing blue eyes. And the dress she was wearing, I mean, tight black. I mean, it really showed off her chest. She looked really good.
That's really enough to keep you away from the ears, I'll tell you. And what about with you, Claudia? When Matt showed up at your door, what'd you think?
Oh my gosh, he was tall and blonde and built, and he had a rose. And he had a rose with baby's breath, and he walked in, and he totally won me over, since the only flower I've gotten from Brice is on a breakup attached to my car. So.
Brice, you're not romantic? You don't believe in bringing flowers and doing nice things?
I totally do things for you.
All right, let me go back to Matt here for a second. Matt, one of the things Brice said earlier was that Claudia yak, yak, yak all the time. Did she give you time to talk to her?
I have to agree with him there.
She's a little chatty, is she?
Yeah, we had a long trip.
Not so stupid, I guess. Maybe I was telling the truth.
Yeah, we had a long trip to where we were going.
It's like they act like they don't talk back. They act like it's a
You can't talk back, Claudia. It's impossible.
Right. Claudia, let's talk about the date because you said it was full of surprises. What was the first one?
It took me to a beautiful, romantic, expensive restaurant, and it was so nice. And the one thing about it is that, like, I was about to order, and it wasn't sort of Brice always, whoa, look at those prices, you know? So I just felt really relaxed.
To order whatever you want?
Yeah, and just totally romantic.
Now, Brice, do you consider yourself a cheap guy?
No, just because I know how to take care of my finances and live within my means.
Well, the good thing, Claudia, was that this particular night you didn't have to worry about the money.
Exactly.
So what else did you talk about then on the date?
Marriage. Well, because
there's that marriage part.
We totally had the same idea about things, about family and friends. And it's really important, and too many people rush into it. And you know, this is this important event, whereas Brice's idea of marriage would be like run off to Vegas and get married by an Elvis impersonator. I
think that marriage is ridiculous. If you no, it's true.
Oh my God!
Oh, exactly. Because I feel like people don't trust me. If I'm really committed to someone, then I'm going to be committed to him 100%. I don't need
Claudia,
like the most biggest form of trust. It's like the biggest form of trust. It's like fearlessness.
Claudia, I got to ask you more about the date. What was your next surprise?
Oh, after dinner, we went to a private party at this nightclub. It was really cool. The only thing is we got totally stuck in traffic, and I think that sort of was a bit of a pet peeve for Matt here.
That make you a little crazy, Matt?
Yeah, I don't like traffic.
Rage happening there.
I'm on a date, you know. I don't want to sit in traffic.
Did he lose his temper, Claudia? Go a little nuts?
It was just, I hate traffic, and he was just, you could just see it balling up that he was just about to sort of get, tense. And I just thought, well, there's nothing we can do, and that we've got all night, and so I'm sort of laid back, but he was getting.
All right, now Matt, well, you guys had obviously a lot of time to spend together. Did Claudia have a chance to bring up Brice on the date?
She didn't really talk about him a whole lot. I mean, I tried to ask her, but she didn't talk about him at all. But I could tell she was kind of thinking about him throughout the night. She kept reminding me about, how nice and thoughtful I was throughout the night, but I felt that he was kind of holding us back a little bit.
Yeah. Oh. So you could tell, though, that was also a reflection on the difference in the two kind of dates. So Matt, you finally get through all the traffic, I hope?
Yeah. We got to the club. It wasn't really our scene, though. So we left, and we ended up going back to her house. And but on the way, I mentioned to her one last surprise that I had packed a little picnic basket with some wine and cheese and so forth. So we pulled over, found a nice romantic spot, and sat there and shared a bottle of wine and some grapes and some sushi.
Yeah. Not a bad deal then. See, Brice, here's another romantic moment that turned out really sweet, it sounds. Are you taking notes?
Yeah, I guess so. I ought to be.
Okay. Now, Claudia, Matt says that he thinks Brice was on your mind. Was his date, though, making an impact on you?
Well, yeah, it was, he was so romantic and so sweet and a complete gentleman. And, I mean, at the end of the night with the wine, and he had everything prepared. It was so detailed. And I just don't get that from Brice. He even had a present for me, candles, and this candle holder. I was so overwhelmed, it's not
the whole package then. Matt knew how to play this date, I'd say, all the way to the very end. And tell us how it ended.
Complete gentleman.
Well, I walked her to her door and gave her a nice hug and a big fat kiss.
Hello, Brice. You okay? All right. Here. Up next, who's stronger, Brice or his date? We're going to find out, so stay with us. Claudia's date with Matt. Now let's meet Brice's babe. Now, Brice says Claudia needs more of his attention than a newborn baby and talks more than an annoying Furby. So we set him up with a knockout who says that she needs her own space and comes equipped with a built-in mute button. Please welcome Heather Cunningham. Hi, Heather. Great to see you. You know Brice? Claudia, let me start with you. Do you think that Heather had a chance to bring out Brice's romantic side?
I don't know, maybe a more saucy, smutty side, I don't know.
Heather, what was the first thing that you did when we called you to go out with Brice?
I opened up my planner and scheduled time to do the laundry and get ready for the date.
Sounds like they have something in common. And Brice, was she right on time?
Absolutely. It was nice. Actually, she was 5 minutes early, which is something Claudia would never be. And in fact, Claudia is never
She was ready right on time when I picked her up.
There you go.
Ready
Well, hey, maybe I'm just not important to her.
You have to be on time for everything.
No, here's a good story. Here's a really good story. I plan a really nice romantic dinner because I'm not some romantic guy, according to Claudia. And hour and a half later, after everything's ready, and she said she was going to be be there. Everything's cold. It's basically ruined.
So Claudia, that's not good. All right, Brice, let's go back. Brice, let's go back to Heather. So were you immediately digging on her that you met her, and boom, here we go?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was just nice. I mean, she's a beautiful girl. It was just, and it was really nice. I mean, she looked like she was really happy to be there, and I was just really impressed.
All right, Heather, for me, listen, you both playing your laundry. You're both really prompt. What else did you guys have in common?
Actually, during lunch, he asked me how I did my dishes, and I said,
oh my God.
As soon as I use the dishes, I put them right into the dishwasher, so there isn't a sink full of dirty dishes.
You know what, Brice, not for nothing, but I just don't understand that as part of a conversation when you meet somebody.
Well, no, the only reason I brought it up was just because I lived with Claudia for a while, and she's a mess. Everything. All
right, but Brice.
Okay, George takes part in the plan.
All right, now dining disappointments, Brice. What about those? Since you were having dinner,
she wouldn't eat my nuts.
You know, I'm not exactly sure what the follow-up question to that is, but I think there's one somewhere.
I ordered this dessert that I really like, and I wanted to share it with her, but I found out she's allergic to walnuts. So she couldn't.
All right, so you're both pretty rigid, Brice. I would hope that somewhere on this date things loosened up a little bit.
Yeah, it did. We had a really good time. Everything was nice and relaxed and really easy and natural. I took her up at the end of the date, up to this hilltop, and it was right at the perfect time. The sun was nice and red, and it was just really beautiful. And it was a little bit cold outside, so I put my arm around her.
It's good.
So that was nice. Now, Brice, if you had Claudia with you on that date, would she enjoy something like that? That sounds romantic.
Well, maybe for like a second or two, but then she'd be like, "Oh, my fingers are so cold. I'm so cold. Oh, you're warm. Why are you warm and I'm so cold?
Okay.
Oh, this is so." She just
if you're romantic,
and she'll
you would
whine
give me
and
your
she'll.
jacket, but that wouldn't.
I didn't have a jacket.
All right,
Okay?
Heather,
No,
Heather, did
whatever.
the sun set on your date at that point then?
No, we went to eat dinner. And actually, the waitress was a friend of Claudia's, and she came up behind us and was like, "Oh, that's not Claudia."
A nice little surprise added to the
So you
date.
take her to a place that.
I didn't know. Like I planned this out. Yeah.
Actually, it was my idea to go to the restaurant.
Exactly.
All right, so Brice is an innocent bystander in this
Right.
particular
Innocent,
situation.
completely.
Now, Heather, let me ask you about the chemistry between the two of you. You have spent some time together. What was it like then?
We took a nice long walk on the beach and held hands.
This is a
looked at the
random,
stars.
one time only.
Now, Claudia, here he has some
nice.
romantic blood in him, and you say you never get that kind of stuff.
Exactly. I don't know because it was
Right.
planned and it was trying
It's
to.
just not appreciated.
You need to just, Claudia, you know what you need to do? Claudia,
never appreciated.
Claudia,
No,
just
I don't
Claudia.
do anything for
Oh, wait,
it.
Brice, I have a suggestion for Claudia. Just get his palm, thing,
I know,
and then
but
just schedule those things in.
romantic
That's all.
to me today
Heather,
at
what about
3:30?
special moments down on the beach when you guys were hanging out down there? Were there any?
Well, it was really nice. I picked him up and cradled him like a baby in my arms. While the waves were crashing around us.
You picked him up and actually took him off the ground?
Yeah.
Wow, it's pretty buff. Claudia, could you do that? Could you pick him up and hold him?
Pick up a guy. No, I'm not that Amazon strength, nor do
I
I
see.
choose to be.
Like Xena Princess Warrior over here. Brice, did that make you a little nervous, though, about maybe putting a move on her?
Well, no, I mean, she's really athletic and everything like that. So I wasn't, no big problems at all. But I was, kind of throughout the date, there were a lot of times where it would have been just very natural if I would have just kind of leaned over and kissed her or whatever. But I knew that I was with Claudia, and I didn't want to do anything that I might.
So you were being respectful. Heather, did he ever, though, finally let loose and give you a kiss?
Yes, at the end of the date, we went back and got my car at his apartment, and he gave me a nice, long, open-mouthed kiss.
Nice, long, open-mouth kiss. And Brice, how was that kiss?
It was good. It was real. I was very surprised how easy that was, but it was. Yeah.
So am I.
All right, in the words of Brice, it was good. Will Brice and Claudia's relationship crash like the waves? We're going to find out next, so stay tuned. Claudia and Brice. Now, these former roommates admit that they're polar opposites, and they wanted to find out if their differences actually make them better friends or lovers, and that's why they ended up here today. Now, Claudia, we're going to get your decision first. You said that Brice absolutely drives you nuts with all the differences between your personalities. We sent you out with Matt. He had a really romantic date, all that romance that you were looking for. It is your decision, though. What do you say?
Well, as I said, Brice is one of my best friends, and he's very dear to me. But Matt put so much effort and was so romantic, and that was very, very touching. But I think that makes me want Brice to put the effort in, so I'm going to stay together.
Stay together. All right, she's hoping for this stay. All right, and Matt, sorry things didn't work out for you. All right. Brice, we need to get your decision now. Claudia says she wants to stay. Now, you told us that she is your best friend, and you guys actually lived together at one point for a while. Now, you went out with Heather. You had a really good date. You were surprised how easy it was to kiss her at the end of the night. What do you say?
Well, I really do. I love Claudia to death. And I don't know, through the course of the show, I just feel like I kind of am underappreciated. So
So you say change of heart. Heather, does that work for you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Claudia, I know this may come as a little bit as a surprise, but maybe the differences between your relationship are just so overwhelming that this might be a good thing, and maybe somebody out there is better suited for you along the way here. So good luck, Claudia.
Thank you.
That is our show for today. Thanks to Matt and Claudia, and good luck to Brice and Heather. We'll see you next time right here on Change of Heart.